Good morning. How are you? Thank you for joining me today here on Stock Markets with Bruce. I'm your host, Uncle Bruce. Welcome to the show. Nice to have you with me. It is Wednesday, July the 9th, 2025. And we noticed yesterday one of our favorite stocks around here, SOFI, broke the $20 barrier. And it got up to 2089 at one point yesterday in the morning session. Ended up closing at, 1995, up 71 cents yesterday on 111 million volume. We're right now this morning at 2015, right through the 20 level. And so far, volume in the pre-market, it looks like it's about 1.18 million, something like that, approaching 2 million volume in the pre-market so far. If you take yesterday's action, 111 million shares just during the session itself, let alone the pre-market and the aftermarket, 111 million at 20 something a share. We're talking 2.3 billion dollars in stock changing hands in SOFI in one day. This is not, to make sure you understand this, when you have that kind of dollar amount going through a stock, this isn't mom and pop retail investors. This is not 100 and 300 share buy and sell orders going through all day long. You cannot generate 111 million volume with that kind of small ticket amounts. We're talking about 10,000 share orders, 50,000 share orders, 100,000 share orders. In other words, we're talking about institutional investors as well as mom and pop retail investors. We're getting Wall Street in on this. They're joining the party now. Wall Street would rather get into a stock at $18 to $20 a share rather than between 6 and 15 a share. They'll come in at 18 and 20 knowing we're buying for 10 years. We're not buying for 10 minutes. That's the kind of money that is starting to come in here now. And yet, what we aren't seeing yet and won't see until a little later is we are not yet witnessing full-blown institutional investment participation across the board. And the reason is because this stock, SOFI, with a $20 value, puts the company at a market cap of about $22 billion. It's becoming eligible for the S&P 500. It's becoming that. It's not there yet, but it's getting there. And that is the moment things change. SOFI will be a member of the S&P 500. It is a chartered bank. It is an entity with now over 11 million viewers, maybe closer to 12 million viewers. Members will likely get to 50 million members in the next 3 to 5 years. Size of Costco, the size of GameStop, number of members, banking clients who are each offered 25 to 30 different products to utilize. The number of financial services that will be utilized by the customers of SOFI multiply, say, 5 separate items that members will use, like a daily interest account, credit card, maybe an IRA. They'll set up a 401k with these guys. They'll set up their investment account. They'll set up a SOFI investing account. It goes on and on and on. Car loans, the student loan thing, all the services that SOFI offers, which I'm not going to run on. But if they use 5 items each on average, some will use 10, some will use 1, and you have 50 million members times 5 items a member, that's 250 million products that they're using. 250 million products, all of which make the company money. Think about the scale of this thing. This is going to become massive, all right? And break it now back down to what you are aware of. You know Bank of America is massive with hundreds of millions of services for their customers. Wells Fargo, US, all the other banks, you just rattle them all off in your head. SoFi is joining those ranks. SoFi is becoming one of those players in the fintech business. They're doing it all without a branch. You can't park your car in downtown USA and go to a SoFi branch. You can only go to SoFi on your phone or on your computer, laptop, and so on. And so the cost of being in business for SoFi on a per customer basis is much lower than a traditional brick and mortar bank. And the whole environment out there in the last 5 years has been brick and mortar is dead. Online is the only way to go. And now the thinking is, the new mantra is AI, AI. It's all AI. These guys are AI. This is the cutting edge. They've got the best of all the worlds. They've got the clientele that want to go hands-free. They want to go brick and mortar free. They want AI services. They want instantaneous access to credit cards, to check a savings account, to a retirement account, to a car loan. They want to just click, click, click. This outfit is giving it to them. And I can see this next 3 to 5 years, they will break 50 million customers, and they can go beyond that. They can reach Costco levels of I don't know, maybe Costco is at 60, 70 million members. I don't even know the number. They're going there. Is this company a takeover target? People have to ask this question. There isn't a dominant shareholder, there is no one person that owns this outfit. It's already owned by a diversified number of investors, many of which are institutions. Could there be someone take a run at this thing? I have no idea. But 2017, 2020 is kind of where we're at right at the moment. I think we have to get used to these new levels. 1.26 million traded so far today in the pre-market. We could well have another 100 million share trade day today. It could happen. The whole student loan thing was supposed to be the catalyst. The reason for the stock to go to 20 was because of the student loan thing in that big, beautiful tax bill that came out of the administration out of Washington last week. Now we're finding out, actually yesterday, announcements were made that, oh gosh, no, they're now offering another service to their members, almost 12 million now, access to pre-IPO investing, access to private market funding of new companies. Through a chartered bank? What? This is... Have you ever got a call? Did you ever get a letter from your Bank of America, your Wells Fargo, any of your other favorite banker saying, oh, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, you've been loyal customers of ours for 25 years. Your parents, your uncles, your aunts, your cousins, your co-workers, everyone you've all been clients of ours. Here's an opportunity. Would you like to invest $100 a month into a fund that we're running that will put your money into, say, 50 pre-IPO deals over the next 2 years? Included in that will be, companies that today are worth billions and billions of dollars. You never got that letter, and you're never gonna get that letter from those guys. Are you kidding me? You didn't get that letter from Merrill Lynch. You didn't get that letter from JP Morgan. You didn't get the phone call from Goldman Sachs because you weren't important enough. You didn't have enough cash to matter. Let's cut to the quick. You're a nothing burger as far as they're concerned. They're going to their pals at the institutional trading desk and the biggest pension funds and whatnot. All the big players in Wall Street they're the only ones approached by Wall Street to let you in pre-IPO anything. SoFi comes out yesterday and says, we're teaming up with BlackRock. We're teaming up with these guys. We're teaming up with these guys. And we're going to give our clients access to all these investments. What? This has never been done before. This is like out of left field here. These folks are cutting edge, leading the pack. They're not following the Wall Street market. They're leading it. And you got to look at you got to ask yourself, what's with these big institutions that have millions of customers and they're not giving them anything? They're giving them a 2% 1-year investment certificate or a 3% interest rate for 3 months, and we'll give you a toaster after that, or what the hell else they're offering. Garbage, crap. And we've been doing it for generations. SoFi's changed the game, completely changing the game, and they are leading. Is it any wonder they're going to probably add 1 million members a month now, every month to their balance? They could be well over 20 million members a year from now. So the stock is 2018 right now. It's being picked up by institutional investors, and it's not an S&P 500 yet. It's going to be, but not yet. For my viewers who are here every day, who have been sitting here watching this old fart talk about SoFi since 2021, through all the highs, all the lows, all the false alarms, the false breakouts, the pullback, the nightmare of the SPAC war, when the SEC declared war on SPACs and wiped out billions of dollars of investments from millions of investors to protect them against SPACs. All those wars, all that time, here we are today. You're looking at me going, Uncle Bruce, I've been buying this stuff since it was $4.50 a share. I bought it at $5. I bought it at $5.50, $6, $6.50. Whenever I had another $1,000 lying around, I bought another 100 or 200 shares. I am sitting on stock of SoFi. I've listened to you. I have followed your guidance. I thought it was a great idea that any stock I had in my margin account out there, I would just sell it at 14, 15, 16 and turn right around and write cash secured puts. And I did that. I took those dollars like you told me to, and I've been sitting on a ton of other people's money, hauling in daily interest, going, thank you. What a wonderful dividend this is. The United States government is paying me a monthly dividend through the BIL ETF or these other ETFs I bought. I like this game, and now I'm rolling my $15s and $17 cash secured puts and my 20 cash secured puts. I'm rolling them all the way up to 25 and beyond. Thank you very much. For the rest of you, you're sitting there going, Uncle Bruce, I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. When should I start writing call options against my stock? Because I have shares in my retirement accounts. I can't do cash secured puts. I can't do leverage trades. I can only write calls. The answer is now. The time is now. You can now begin to write call options on your SoFi. I now say, I release you all to now explore the world of writing call options on your SoFi. And some of you are wondering, well, do you think the stock's going down? Is that why you're telling me to do it? Are you telling me to write calls because we're going down again? No. I'm telling you to write calls because I think we've got a new normal, and I think we could go higher, and I'm not afraid at all if you do write covered calls and you do have to do rollovers because the stock keeps on going. I want you to have huge rollover problems because your stock is going to the moon. Yeah, I want you to have those problems. I want you to start bringing in cash, and I think you could start looking at $20 call options, $22 call options, $25 call options on your SoFi. And you can start writing January 26s if you like, 5 months from now expiries. You could start looking at 20s. You'd probably get 360 for those, 350, maybe 22s into June, 25s into June, or you want to go to January 27, you want to go way out, you can write $25 call options on your SoFi for a serious amount of money. If you can bring in 350 on a contract on about a $20 stock, it's a 17% return for 5 months of your time. You're not going to be waiting until January to do anything. You're not going to let them expire. I'm not talking about write options and now do nothing and wait for expiry and fall asleep in the meantime. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about taking 360 off the table and buying them back for $1 and then writing June 26s. Maybe you're going to write 21s, 22s at that point, or higher, I don't know. And you're going to bring in another $3 or $4 again, additional capital. You're going to roll up your calls and your puts going forward. It's now time to get into the call game. Once these shares break $23 to $25 a share, there's another game you're going to start to play. You're going to start doing put credit spreads. Those of you who love doing put credit spreads on GameStop, you love doing them on Rocket Lab, you love doing them on AI, on Unity, you love doing them on NVIDIA, you love doing them on other stuff. You're going to be doing put credit spreads on SOFI. Let the shares go up to about 24, 26, and you'll start doing 1820s, 1921s, 2022s, short-term put credit spreads. You're going to be very busy with your SOFI, kids. It's going to get busier, not quieter. And it's going to become more lucrative than before. But all of what I've talked about, all I'm telling you about writing call options, writing cash-secured puts, doing put credit spreads, all this, you better have some knowledge under your belt as to how to do all this stuff. And thankfully, if you want to join the party, there are 199 people watching me right now. A whole bunch of the folks who are here are members of this channel who have learned how to do all of these option tricks by taking lessons from yours truly since 21. And the lessons are available on the website, stockmarkerswithbruce.ca. Get your butt over there. Pick up lesson number 1 and number 2. Get started with those two. These are stay at home, in your living room, on your couch, in your underwear, in your ganchis, however you want to watch them, under the covers. I don't care. Just don't tell me. Watch my classes and learn how option writing is done at the retail level. That's you. Those of you out there who only have 10, 15, and 20 grand, you don't have $1 million to get into the market. You're trying to build an account. You've been putting $100 a month into an account, and you've been buying some ETFs, and you're kind of hoping they go up. You got $10, $15, $20,000 giving you some kind of return, and you're looking at this going, this is going to go to $1 million that I can retire on in 30 years? I don't see this happening. Well, maybe it's time to accelerate the growth of your money. And perhaps one way to do it is to write options against stocks. And SOFI is a great candidate to write options on. Perfect timing. Couldn't ask for more. I mean, you could literally right now, theoretically, buy 100 shares, 500 shares, any increment of 100. Buy 1,000, buy whatever you can afford. And immediately write call options on those shares. You can write January 26 or June 26 or Jan 27, anywhere in between that, or whatever's available. You could write 20 or 22 or $25 calls right now. You could haul in over $500 a contract if you were to offer, I believe if you were to offer 20s good for Jan 27, you'll get over $5 a share. That's a quarter of your investment handed to you in cash right now. You put up $2,000 to buy 100 shares and you get 500 back right now from a call option. To offer to sell your stock at $20, you just got 500 on top of that. You just sold your stock for $25. You're committing to say, you can have my stock for 20 because I got this 500 over here. I'll take 25 a share between now and next year. No problem. Are you comfortable with that? You comfortable with a 25% return on your money if you were to be taken out? If you can live with a 25% return on an investment, then maybe option writing is for you. But if you're looking for more than that, you'll write that contract, but you won't be waiting to be taken out. In about 2 or 3 months from now, it is entirely possible that you will buy that contract back and write another contract, perhaps at a higher strike or at the same strike, for another bunch of dough. In other words, you took in 25% on your money first, then you bought the contract back at whatever it's trading at, wrote another one for more, and you added that added capital to your original capital, and you now have a 35% return sitting in your hands, and you still haven't been bought out. And you're looking at me going, is there something wrong with this? Is this legal? Am I allowed to take 25% from the market right now? Really? Cash secured put writers. The cash secured put writers on my channel sold their SOFI shares a long time ago and wrote cash secured puts against their stock and have been taking in 20, 30, and 40% returns right up front in cash. And now they're earning interest on all this money and have been for 6 months. They're going, this is too easy, Uncle Bruce. This is too easy. I have viewers that now for 2 years been writing cash secured puts. They started writing 10s. Then they wrote 12s. Then they wrote 15s. They rolled up and rolled up. They have now taken 100% of their original investment off the table and have just bought more of the stock or written more of the cash secured puts to compound the returns. There are people here who are earning interest on cash in their accounts equal to double whatever their accounts were ever worth a year ago. And they're earning interest now on double the value of their accounts. So they're up 100%, and they're hauling interest in on that value right now on a monthly basis. And they're getting to roll again. They're ready to roll into another set of put contracts to bring in additional capital. They'll be at 175% of their account, 150% of their account, earning interest every day on their money. You want to get into that game? You want to compound your returns? You want to make more money than any money manager can ever dream of making for you? You want to outdo what your parents ever did, your grandparents ever did with those mutual funds they had for decades? Well, then you better learn the new game in town, and it's called learning how to write options at a retail level. You were not allowed to do this about 15 years ago, 20 years ago, 40 years ago, for sure 40 years ago. You couldn't do this because 40 years ago, you needed to talk to a stockbroker who was licensed to be able to help you write an option. And the commissions in those days were so severe that you needed $5 in premiums and buy the contract back for $1, and you'd lose $1 of your $4 gain in commissions. It was impossible to get anywhere like that. It was all done manually. It took 15 minutes to get a trade done. Today, it's on your phone. It's instantaneous. Learn how options work, how they go up and down, how they die, how they're created, where they come from, why they exist, how to trade them, how to write them, how to close them out, how to roll them over, all the terms of the options business. You've got to say to yourself, okay, I'll tell you what, I'm going to watch some of this guy's classes, and let's see if I can understand any of it. It's in plain English. Every class is in plain English. Many of these viewers who are members of the channel, they not only took the classes, they became members of the channel because of how easy it was to comprehend this. Once you get into it, you realize, oh, that makes sense. Oh, I can understand that. Well, sure, yeah. Oh, is that right? You mean I can do this? Not just banks and insurance companies, and not just mutual companies, ETFs, and huge hedge funds. I, as a $5,000, $10,000 investor, I can write options myself. Yes, you can't write millions of dollars of options unless you have millions of dollars, but you can certainly write thousands of dollars of options and hundreds of dollars of options to compound your account's return. You can learn to do that. Step up to the program and bet on yourself. There are many people here who will tell you, if you ask them, have you tried to get your brother and sister to do this? Have you tried to get your mom and dad to do this? Have you been begging your coworker to join you and writing options, and they just don't do it? You've tried every trick in the book to kind of show them, I'm making money. Why don't you join me and make money? You're going to find over time, as you begin to learn how this works, there will be skeptics in front of you for the rest of your life. And they'll say, if it's so easy to make money in the options market, like Uncle Bruce says it is, why doesn't everyone do it? Why has Bruce only got 217 viewers right now on his so-called channel where he's helping people make money writing options? I mean, if he's so great and it's so easy to make money as an option writer, why aren't there 21,000 people watching him right now? You'd think he'd have a cult following of massive proportions. Why doesn't he sell out a stadium with 10,000 seats, 20,000 seats, 50,000 seats, and get on stage and tell the world how great it is to write options? Why is it Why is he only talking to 227 people? Those of you who've written options know the answer to that question, because you had to study to figure out how to do this. This isn't a gift that's going to be handed to you on a silver platter. You might feel it after a while. Once you understand how to write options, you do understand this is a gift on a silver platter. Oh my God, Bruce, I can't believe I thought this was so difficult. This is so much easier than I thought it was ever going to be. But you've got to understand how it works. There's a reason there's only a few thousand brain surgeons in the world, not millions. Why are there only so many people who are presidents of publicly traded companies? There are 30 in the Dow Industrials. There's 30 presidents. There's 100 in the NASDAQ 100. There's 100 CEOs. Some of them are Dow components. There's 500 S&P 500 companies. There are not 50,000 S&P 500s. There's only 500 S&P 500 companies. So there's only 500 presidents. Why aren't there millions of them? Because if you can become a millionaire becoming a president of a company, why aren't there millions of people who are presidents of companies? You know the answer to that question. You want to get into this? Step it up. And I just say, look, grab lesson number 1 and lesson number 2. That's all you got to do. Just start with the first 2 lessons I offer. Go to my website, check them out. The details are down below. Lesson 19, by the way, is being uploaded right now. We'll have lesson 19 out to all of you who took the class last month. You'll have them later today, I hope. And by the end of the week, we'll have lesson 19 available on the website as well. There are 19 lessons available. Start with 1 and 2. That's where you want to start. If you can handle lesson 1 and 2, watch them again and again, as many times as you want. Once you acquire lesson 1 and lesson number 2, you acquire them individually, you watch them individually, you can rewatch them as many times as you like. You can open up a practice account now. Now you just open up a practice account for nothing with any of the firms you want to deal with, and you can now write options inside practice accounts reflecting what you have. If you've got 300 shares of SOFI right now, you're going to write 3 call options on your SOFI in a practice account, having watched lesson 1 and 2 that I put together. And you're going to sit back and see for the next month or 2 if this works. You're going to start to do what people are talking about over here on the comments section. You're going to go see if these folks are full of crap, or are they real. So-and-so just said they did this trade. I'm going to do this trade that person just did in my practice account. I'll watch that for the next week or 2 and see if that is good or not. That's what's happened here again and again and again. It's happened here countless times. Welcome to the party, pal. You want in? Put some effort into it. If you're hoping that you know someone that's an option writer that's now going to take your money and write for you, think again. They're too busy writing options on their own accounts. They don't need you to be all over them with your $5,000 and $10,000 and $20,000 account, wondering what's happening. No, you have to take the initiative yourself. You got to grab this thing and make the change. Stop being a follower and become a leader. But look, I get it. Many of you can't do that. And many of you know people who can't do that. I admit that. That's why not everyone does it. Because there are certain people who are born to lead, certain people who've had enough, that have been pushed over the edge with mediocre returns, who've said, enough's enough. I'm going to step up and I'm going to take control of my account, and I'm going to start managing my affairs from here on out. Congratulations. Welcome to the party. Thank you for joining me from wherever you are. 215 of you are here already. Thank you all for being here. There's a poll question out today. I've got a question out for you if you want to answer it. 155 of you have taken the time to answer this question. It's not very complicated. Simply put, we're asking the question, is it time? Do you think now it is time to write some call options on your SOFI? That's what I want to know. We've got. Let me just double check here. I've got to get rid of this little ad. I'm on my own page and I'm trying to look at my own poll question. I have all these ads running at me. Don't you get upset when you see, or frustrated when you see 21-year-old punks leaning on a telling you how easy it is to get rich and make millions of dollars a month? Don't I get suspicious when I see stuff like that. I go, if you're so damn successful, why are you talking to me about becoming successful? Oh, I remember, you need to move product that you have to have that Ferrari, and you're trying to get me to buy it from you. Oh, that's what it is. I find it hilarious to see 21-year-olds telling the world, with all the experience they have, 6 months, that this is how you too can become a millionaire. It's unbelievable. Anyway, the question: I think it's time to start writing $20 and $22 covered calls on my SoFi shares for added income. 69% of you say yes, it is. Out of 162 now, 162 votes, 69% say yes, 31% say no. I believe it is time now to seriously consider writing stock options on SoFi. Yes, it is time to enhance revenue into your retirement accounts, into your cash accounts, 401ks, TFSAs in Canada, RRSPs. It is now time, if you are a holder of stock in SoFi, it is now time to start writing contracts on your SoFi. I think it is. And 20s and 22s out to January 26 and June 26 and Jan 27, great idea. Time to get the party started. By the way, SoFi right now, 1.5 million traded, 2018, 2020, 2022 already in the pre-market. We're up about 23 cents so far this morning yet again. If you can write $20 to $22 calls right now, I would look at doing those. If you wrote Jan 26s, I think you can bring in about $350 a share, something like that. Let me just take a quick peek here. Jan 26 SoFi's. Let's see if I can get this to pop up. Here we go. Jan 26. So the $20 calls were last night, 365. They might now be a little higher because the stock's up another 20 cents. So they might be 375 this morning. 22s will bring you about 285, maybe 290. And 25s for January 26. The 25s would bring you about 210 maybe. You may want to go a little further out for a bigger premium if you want. Maybe June 26. If you go that far out, that's 11 months. You can write 20s and get about $5. 22s will get you something like $4.25, maybe a little more. $25 call options will probably get you $3.30, maybe $3.40 today, depending on what kind of an opening we have. If you do write a $25 call option for June expiry next year, that $3.30 return is a nice little cash injection into your hot little hands. If you have 1,000 shares in a retirement account, you can write 10 of those and bring in $3,300, $3,500, $3,400, something like that. There are 28,000 contracts in existence and 4,700 traded yesterday, just to give you an idea of the volume of these things. You're selling your stock at $28.35. If you get $3.35 a share, you're offering to sell your stock combined for $28.35. I know there are viewers of this channel who have between $5 and $10 average prices for the stock they own. And if you're now considering the idea that you might offer your stock for $28 that you bought for $6, that's a win. Congratulations on the win. Should you write 20s and take the $500+ a contract? Well, that's 25% of the value of a $20 contract. That's a nice little premium for 11 months. You're not going to wait 11 months to deal with this contract. You're selling it, you're shorting it, you're creating it to buy it back for less, or to roll it to a higher strike going forward. But hey, for some of you out there, you have 5,000 shares of SoFi burning a hole in your account. You can now write 50 calls, bring in $500 a call. That's $25,000. And theoretically, you could just turn right around and pick up another 1,200 shares and write 12 more contracts on those shares. In other words, you've now written 62 contracts against 60 contracts, or 62 contracts against 6,200 shares. And you put them out there for $20 each, and you got paid $25 each to be taken out. And you're daring them, come get me. I dare you to take me out. Stock goes to 23 and you get taken out at 20 plus the 5 you've already got. You got paid $25 for a stock that's trading at 23. Yeah, let the party begin. You'll just turn around and buy back a whole bunch of stock at $23 a share with that cash you just got. And you'll write another set of contracts for $23 each, good for about a year out. You'll take $5.50 a contract and say, let's do it again. Come on, I'm there. Believe in Mr. Noto. He's got this thing going. We've only just begun. Remember, Anthony Noto, the CEO of the company, he has personal reward contracts. He has personal option, what's the word I'm looking for? Performance payoffs of stock in SOFI. I believe it starts at $25 a share and it goes up in $5 increments. I think that's it. Some of you know this intimately because you're really into this stuff. You can let us know anytime you want. But I believe he will earn millions of shares of SOFI if the shares trade at a certain level or higher for a certain amount of time at each level. Just like Elon Musk became a very rich person with Tesla shares as they kept going higher, Mr. Noto and his team are very motivated by the stock price. And that's what you need to know as an investor. Welcome to the party, pal. Great to have you here. Folks, I cannot begin to tell you how much I appreciate all of you for being here and being with us. It is so much appreciated. Those of you who've become just followers of my channel as subscribers, thank you. Those of you who are becoming members, I appreciate that. Those of you who grabbed these classes, congratulations. Those of you who have been looking to sit down with me for a one-on-one private session, an on-camera private session, I'm more than willing to talk to you about that whenever you're ready. Welcome all to the party. Welcome all to the program. It's just a wonderful feeling to see how well you've done and how well you're doing. I cannot, Jen and I, Auntie Jen and I cannot be more delighted than the way it's going. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, those of you who've already hit the thumbs up button for us. 111 thumbs up so far. We're 19 minutes from opening. We beg you for thumbs ups. We really want to get to 200 every day. And I thank you for those of you who have already done it without even me having mentioned it. If you could find that thumbs up button, please nail it for us. Thank you so much. We're going right now member only content to on this channel. Thank you those of you who are lurking along and watching on the sidelines. You can watch and observe for free, of course. But thank you again to all of you who have become members of the channel. I very much appreciate it. All right, there's the story. There's the partial update as to what is happening. Exciting stuff. Again, for those of you who were here for class 19, you watched live class 19 back in June. Your edited version of 19 will come out later today to your email address. So stand by for that. For those of you out there who want to watch lesson 19, the edited version, and get your own copy of it, who are not able to join us live, I should have it on the website in the next couple of days. Just bear with us. We're going to take care of the students first who are here, and then we'll take care of the website, and it'll be available along with the other 18 lessons that you folks have been enjoying so far. Thank you all for your support of this YouTuber. All right, let's get you richer, kids. That's what we want to see. 122 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. That is beautiful. And 178 of you now have voted on this question of the day. Should you start writing $20 and $22 covered calls? 69% of you are thinking yes, Bruce. A vast majority are saying yes, this is a good idea. Let's take a look at some of our other stocks that we like to follow. And first off, I'll mention that in the pre-market, we have been up all morning. The Dow is showing a gain at the moment of about a 1/3%. Trying to get back some of yesterday's losses. We had a loss yesterday of 165 points. We're up 143 right now. The Dow closed last night at 44,240. The all-time high is 45,073. So the Dow needs about an 830 point run to break its all-time high. But unfortunately, with the so-called tariff letters going out, we're not going to hit new highs. I can't understand why the market would want to do that. Makes no sense. We'll see what gives. But there is a snapback rally today. Will it last? I don't know. How high will it go? I can't tell you. I do see that the S&P 500 is up 15 points, and I do see the NASDAQ up 43. There is a headline that came out about 10, 15 minutes ago from Barron's that says that the Federal Reserve's June minutes could reveal if a September cut is likely. Now, later today, the Fed will reveal their minutes, their private meeting minutes that they discussed last month. And a lot of people in the bond market are really curious to know, is the Federal Reserve even contemplating a rate cut for September? Now, this is July. I tell you, this is how finicky the bond market people are. They're curious about it. If the thinking is, the feeling is, the vibe is that we're going to have a rate cut by September, the market may rise in anticipation of that for now. But it might be a quarter point drop in interest rates. Those of you with 8 and 10 and 12% car loans, not going to make a damn bit of difference to you guys. Those of you with 6.5%, 7.5% mortgages, not going to mean a damn thing. Credit card balances of 22 to 24% interest, you're not getting any help. So don't get too caught up in that talk. But it might help the averages. I just don't think so. The S&P, by the way, is up 16 right now. NASDAQ's up 46. The NASDAQ's up a fifth of a point. S&P's up a quarter of a point. The Dow is up just over a third of a percentage point. On the gold market, we're down $11.60 an ounce to $3,305. We've got crude oil down 13 cents at $68.20. On some of the stocks we follow here closely, we do see Rocket Lab at $38.65, down about 9 cents on the session. The stock almost hit $40 a share yesterday. This is one of those SPACs that we've been following here since 2021. And a Rocket Lab came out at $10 a share, just like SOFI did. And here it is trying to hit 40. It's $38.65. They are definitely enjoying a momentum move because of the Musk Taco Boy feud going on, the SpaceX thing and all that. But Rocket Lab is its own company. It's its own little producer of satellite launching rockets. They are back ordered by over $1 billion or $2 billion. They're going to generate $575 million this year, if not way more than that. They're up and they're coming along. But they're not going to replace SpaceX, nothing like that. But Rocket Lab is doing just fine. SoFi up 23 now at 2019, 24, 25 cents a share, 2020. GameStop is up 8 cents at 22.84. I think GameStop is a bargain down here. Keep in mind, folks, the company GameStop is sitting on over $8.5 billion of cash and Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is at 108, 109,000 right now, in that neighborhood. GameStop, I think, is up nicely on their Bitcoin investment. At the end of this month, the end of July, GameStop will reveal the value of their Bitcoin to the market. And they'll let us know whether they're up or down on it. And we will be able to determine at that time, what did they pay for their 4,700 odd coins of Bitcoin, and have they bought more lately? We'll be watching that. I think the stock at 22.83 is ridiculously below where it should be, more like 35 right now. Cash value alone, just liquid capital that they have, I think puts this stock at about $18 to $19 a share. So the entire corporation of 4,000 GameStop stores, which are profitable, and I think will become more profitable with their collectible business, is worth $3 a share. I don't think so. I think the stock is underpriced, but that's just me. 22.84. Triple Qs are up 169 to 554. That matches what the Nasdaq is trying to do here. We've got let's move on. We've got MSTR up 622 to 403.16. That is a reflection of Bitcoin. We have Spire Global up 14 cents at 12.47. Smart Rent is trying to get to $1.10 a share. It's trying to go a little higher. We've got Apple now down 13 cents. I got headlines going through my email right now. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. We've got Apple down 10 cents a share. Tesla up 45 cents. Microsoft up 3.98. Google is up 83 cents. We opened in 11 minutes. Amazon up 178. Nvidia up 102. Meta Platforms, Facebook up 255. Super Microcomputer down 40 cents. They were up $2 yesterday. They're right just below the $49 mark. ASTS is also rumored to be winning on this Musk thing and their own launches of satellites for their own network, allowing cell phones to connect to orbiting satellites. It's up 46 cents this morning, 45.92. AI up 56 cents, Palantir up 15 cents, Unity's up a couple of cents, Goldman up 3.80. Cisco Systems at 68.65, up 6 centinos. The Spiders are up 205 at 622.40. Netflix down $4, was down 14 yesterday, but it's still at 12.71 a share. Pfizer up 2 pennies. Arc Innovations up 59 cents. We got IBM up 107, down $2 yesterday. We're at 291.50. Uber is up 42 cents at 97.90. Trying to get that $100 print going. HPQ up a penny. Home Depot down, up 114, excuse me. Home Depot a little higher, was down 15 cents yesterday. Vanik Semiconductors gained 370 yesterday. It's up another 160 now at 285. Adobe up 175. And Enphase still struggling along at 39.77, down 129 this morning in the pre-market. Welcome all to the program. The pre-market activity on your SOFI now at about 2019, 2020 a share, 1.6 million with 10 minutes to go for the end of the pre-market to 2020 at the moment. The high yesterday, 2089, and we'll see if it can bust that today or match it or get close to it, or who knows. We'll see what happens. Thank you all so much for joining me. Richard Carlin is here. Eddie is here. George Manassas is here. Sharon, the Big E, Mark Downs, Stuart, welcome all. Hector's here. Austin, Charlie, Jeff Glass, Legacy, Andre Delatorre in the house. Everyone's present. Bobby's here. Jimmy is going. Rice is here. Bobby, Uncle Bruce SoFi yesterday was great, but did you notice Rocket Lab had an hour at over $39 a share? Yes, I noticed. John Harpster, welcome. Robert, good morning, my friend. Thank you for your continued following of this channel. Andre Delatorre, Bobby, I rolled 2 of my Rocket Lab contracts yesterday. They're doing great. These are Bruce. I like this game. JD, how would one do a calculation to determine whether the option premium covered call provides? Oh, there's a couple of classes available for you on this. They're really there. What else? JD adds how much to a share price you're already selling it for if exercise. Is it too late to get into SoFi? Twilight Zone wants to know. Waiting for a pullback seems to happen in the past. You can play it any way you like. Another way to play it is not even buy the stock, just write cash secured puts. Take some nice premiums and do it that way. Nicholas, I'm doing most of my banking with SoFi now. Super easy to use, says Nicholas. John Harpster is saying hello. David Baker, number 158. Thank you, buddy. Lionel, pullback, wait for after earnings from day 2 onwards, perhaps, maybe not. What else we got? Lionel says it's always going up pre-earnings. Rasman, Andre Delatorre, I also rolled 2 Rocket Lab put contracts yesterday. I might roll 3 more today. I had Jan 26 22s, and I went into Jan 27 40s, and I got $1,425 for those. Wow, I like this game. Oh, yeah, this is payday. It's payday time here. James of the Mystery Tree, good morning. Lucky 61. Another 600 miles yesterday. And we're now up up in beautiful and cool Mammoth Lakes, California. I rolled some SoFi 17s to June 27, 25s and paid for all the electric charges for this trip. There you go. The video quality is terrible today. Something is up with the stream. It could have been that we were uploading 19. I don't know. I hope it's not that bad. Rasmus, I meant Jan 26 32s, by the way. Jimmy, XOVR ETF can purchase pre-IPO like SpaceX and Angel, and now you can do it through SoFi. So, yeah, interesting. Bobby, I wrote four $30 Rocket Lab Jan 27s yesterday before the run-up. I got $7.90 for each of those. John, the man, glad you said that. Thought it was problems on my end. The man wrote my GameStop $23 game cash secured puts for August 15th for a nice 172. And SoFi $18 for August 15th for a nice 104. Two contracts each. I'll take the $552 a month. Thank you very much. This is how you do it. You can bring in extra cash here. Easy money on a couple of hundred shares here, a couple of contracts there. The option writing game is up to you. How much of it do you want it to be part of your life? Do you want to just make a few bucks? Are you just trying to enhance returns on existing positions? Are you going to make this your future? Are you going to give up a day job if at all possible? Are you willing to walk away from a crap job that you know you can get anytime if you need to get another crap job? You can always get one. Instead of doing that, do option writing instead and make that your crap job. Stay at home, be your own boss, travel the world, option writing anywhere, anytime on your cell phone. Is that appealing to any of you? Are you young enough and willing enough, single enough, free enough to write options and live in hostels in Thailand? And go to Bali, Indonesia, and hang out with all these other nomads, travel Australia for 3 months, see New Zealand, go South America, wherever, head to Africa. I don't know. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? You can write options from anywhere and not be stuck in a crap job. Oh, man, what a difference. Anyway, there you go. Hey, Jimmy, DraftKings was a SPAC. That's true. Corey had 49. I don't know what that means. Andre Della Torre, Rasmus, premiums for Rocket Lab are looking great. I'm rolling another cash secured put today. John, looks like Bruce has fired up the Commodore 64 again here. The man, that's my nice $7 a month, 7% a month monthly return. I feel like I'm a bank ripping people off with a 7% mortgage rate. This is so good. Corey had 49,300 shares accumulated over 1.5 years, acquired just shy of $9 a share. I'm assuming this is SoFi. Glad I accumulated. Looking back now, just got into careful writing covered calls, just holding back, writing them too low. There you go. Crazy 49er. They just opened up December 27 options on SoFi. There you go. So there's Jan 27s. Now they got December 27. Yeah, this is completely expected. The man, Corey, I think if you wrote a call at 20 and got called away, you would be happy with having almost $1 million. Juan wrote 5 covered calls, $25 SoFi yesterday at 247 Jan 26. That's 2,700. That's 2,747 break even. Not bad. Larry Titus, good morning, everybody. Welcome. Number 75, thumbs up. Corey, yeah, but I watched it from under 7. I bought it, and I think it could go to 50 in a few years. I think so. I have a lot, but I don't want to lose them. However you want to play this. I write some calls at times for quick payout, but not all of my 49,300 shares, though. Tax bill is like, wow, if I'm called away. Bobby, it's a good problem to have, Corey. Corey, yeah, good problem, but I listened to Uncle Bruce and bought on really red days. It was a good gamble looking back. There are rough days, though, to make this happen. You're an overnight success in 4 years. You're a 4-year overnight success, my friend. We're opening in 3 minutes. We're at 2027 on SoFi right now. We just popped up a little more. Congratulations. We're at 181 on the Dow, a 19-point gain on S&P, 63 on NASDAQ. A real question from the man. Restaurants are putting a living wage fee onto your bill now. Do you still tip, or do you put it in the employer? You put it on the employer to pay their own employees. Sky High Kite, anyone here earning interest on their cash balance with E-Trade? Cindy, I can't answer the poll because I sold all my stock and I wrote puts. There you go. It's okay. Flint Creek, good morning. Flint Creek Soap Company. Welcome to you. Nice to see you. Amy J, number 87. Good morning. Sky High. Cindy, same here. Sold my SOFI and wrote Jan 2620s. Now what? Time to buy back and write June 2625s? Maybe January 27th. 25s. AJ, that's so funny. That's the exact thing a friend of mine said when I told him about options. If it's so great, then why doesn't everyone do it? There you go. Wendy, hi, Uncle Bruce. I'm a new member of your channel. I got introduced by Gary Edwards. Rock and roll. Thank you, Wendy, so much. Become a member. I'd love to have you here. Corey, I think when you finally understand how options work on a deep level, the sky opens up. It's a great skill to have and kind of use forever, wherever you need to. Trip Hazard, any idea why GameStop dropped in price 2 days ago? I was a short attacker, a big position getting up. I have no idea. I think anyone selling down there is crazy. Wendy, I love to do day trade with stock options. Please help me how I can successfully trade that. You need less than 19, among others. So get to my website. Number 19 will be up later this week. The man, what is the price of the classes now? The classes are available at $200 per class. You can take them one at a time in any order you want. You want to go from the end to the beginning, or the beginning to the end. I'd recommend start with number 1. There you go. Roaring T RT. Is anyone? It's annoying you can't do credit spreads in Webull paper trade accounts. Emmanuel, what are your predictions for GameStop in the next couple of weeks? I think it should go higher. Free range 102. Good morning, Uncle Bruce and crew. We're opening here. Roaring, I've been doing individual legs on spreads because I don't have a margin count, which is okay, but not the same. I hear you there. Bagel Babe, number 102. Truffle Ski, I only have cash, and Cash the Kid puts laughing out loud. Tom, I'm number 106, and this is the first time I've ever commented on your channel. Tom, welcome to the program. Nice to have you here with everybody. Free range. There you go, Bagel Babe. The man, the wheel is my hero. Right cash ticket puts one strike out of the money. Right cover calls on strike above your cost basis, and just let the printing press print. 874 entry into SOFI, looking for making half that per share selling contracts. Now you're talking a whole new world here. Corinne, number 220. Roaring Titty, right now I have a cash secured put, a call, and a put, not on SOFI though, on WULF. Trip Hazard, Bruce, regarding yesterday's poll, if I have 10 SOFI put credit spreads, would you consider I have 10 contracts or 20? I'd say you have 10. The premium of the option, happy Wednesday, time to fill our pocket. Giddy up, everybody. Charlie is here. Trip Hazard is here. ALA is here. Cindy, you can get a Jan 27 GameStop $10 for about $15. Turn around and sell a 25. Interesting stuff. Jeff, I keep writing $23 cash secured puts on GameStop, expecting it to go up, but I realize I now have 25 grand tied up in these. So going to back off and hope this thing finally moves up soon. John is going neat. Thank you, everybody. Welcome all to the program. We're ready to start trading here. Let's go. A Cindy B, a Sky High. I wrote some $24 and $25 puts on SOFI. Didn't go out real far. September, October, and Jan 26. Good morning from a sunny Glasgow, Scotland, from DAC. Welcome to you. Bagel Babe, good morning. Free range, pick home. What are we doing? Writing covered calls for 22 on SOFI. What are we thinking of? Why not? Let's see. I regret to say I don't have enough money to buy all the SOFI shares. Rasman, well, it's my birthday, and I'm in Thailand and feeling generous, willing to buy back all my Qs. My call credit spreads for 3 cents today. I'm Mr. Generous. Beautiful. Happy birthday, Rasmus. John Harpster is here going neat, neat. Larry is ringing the bells. We're open. ALA, Richard Carlin, and Charlie. Neat, neat, neat. Emojis are coming in. Welcome to the program, everybody. Nice to have you in the house. Let's find out where we are. What are we going to see happen today on our favorite stocks? And how much money are the option gamblers going to give you folks today? It just never ceases to amaze me how much money you get from option gamblers. It just never stops. We were in the 220, 2030, 2025, 2030 range on SOFI to close out the pre-market. We're getting ready to open here with our first block of trading. 5.4 million gone through now, 2007, 2005. It will all figure itself out. Welcome all to the program. And thank you for joining me from wherever you are. NVIDIA is nearing $4 trillion of market cap. You wonder, know how high and how far can SoFi shares go? Well, there's a company worth almost $4 trillion. SoFi is worth about 20-something billion, so it's got a lot of upside in it. There are people in the stock market willing to give companies values of $3 to $4 trillion. So SoFi has a lot of upside if that's the case. May not be today, but down the road, SoFi certainly has come a long way. At $10 a share, the company was worth about $10 billion. At $5 a share, it was worth $5 billion market cap. Now we're at 22 billion market cap and piling it on. So SoFi is certainly growing. The question is, how much further and how fast can it happen? Well, stick around and let's see what gives. Welcome all to the program. Thank you for joining me today from around the world. Great to have you here. Much appreciate all of you joining us. And like I said, if you've learned how to write stock options, it has been paycheck. It has been cashing in week this week for some of you again. And if you want to join the party, pal, you're certainly welcome to come and join the rest of the gang here and follow along. We do have thumbs ups coming in. I appreciate that. And also people answering the question of the day. The numbers now look like this. Thumbs up meter 149, on our way to plus 200. I appreciate that. We have 217 people have now answered the question of the day. I appreciate that too. 68% of you think it could be a very good time to write some call options on SoFi. 20 to 22s might be the ones to write out to Jan 26 or June 26 or Jan 27. The question of how much cash would you like to have upfront in your hand right now, and would you consider just turning around and buying as many SoFi as you can with the capital they're handing you, so that you can write even more contracts, especially in these retirement accounts. Some of you out there have got thousands of shares of SoFi inside retirement accounts where you can't do any cash secured put work. This is your chance. You can't do cash secured puts. You certainly can write covered calls. $3.50 a contract, $3.75 a contract, $5 a contract, $7 a contract. There are contracts out there you can write to bring in gobs of cash on top of the value of your stock, offering to sell your shares for 20 plus premium, 22 plus premium, 25 plus the premium. Some of you are very willing to take $28 a share to be taken out. And if you do take the capital from these premiums, turn around and pick up more SoFi and write as many puts, as many calls as you can on top of that, compounding your return. Congratulations. Welcome all. Pink home. Neat emojis, Bruce. Vilbus, I had SoFi $24 covered calls. Stinkers out yesterday that never quite hit. I'm going to try again today. There you go. Yep, Mr. Lucky. Go around. Hey, Uncle B, should I be greedy and roll my SoFi cash secured put Jan 26, 25 to 30s? There's no rush for this. There's no urgency for this. But look, you're going to get, what, $4 more? I don't know how much you're going to get more for them. You're not going to get any more premium. So I don't know. Do you want to go to June 25s, June 26s and go to just 25s or 27s? Could you go to Jan 27s and go out to 25s, 27s, or 30s and really pick up some dough? But it's up to you, my friend. Thank you very much. There you go. Otherwise, sit tight and enjoy the shrinkage. The shares right now of SoFi, 1993, and I'm expecting volatility now. I'm expecting the SoFi shares to jump around, and this is why I'm asking. 20 to 22 covered calls might be the move to make. You might want to offer $22 covered calls till June 26 and take in as much as you can. sit on that cash. The stock wants to go down to 19. You're looking at these contracts shrinking. You're going, okay, I'm willing to sell a 22 plus a premium. Take me out in the mid 20s, high 20s. In the meantime, I'll let the stock do whatever it wants. Nothing wrong with sitting on a bunch of stock, a bunch of dollars, and your stock. Congratulations. For some of you, you might take the premium that you get. You might write 20 contracts today, bring in $10,000, $12,000 in cash, again, depending on which contracts you're talking about. And you might just buy BIL ETFs inside your retirement account, and you're going to haul in 4.5% interest every month. 1/12 of that will come to you on this cash balance. And you're just going to go, Uncle Bruce, this is too damn easy. I'm bringing in $1 zillion here. They're paying me interest to hold it. I got my stock. I dare you to take me out. I dare you. Take me out. I'm not going to do it unless the stock takes off higher. Again, it's time to compound your returns inside your retirement accounts. And it's time to compound your returns overall from your SOFI. For some of you out there, it's shocking because you know you have a $6 average. And I'm telling you, you can write call options with a $4, $5, $6, $7 premium coming to you. And in effect, you're realizing I'm collecting as much money in per share that I'm writing, that I paid for these shares. I'm not used to this, Uncle Bruce. This is a mind blower to me. I cannot believe I'm hauling in almost as much as I paid for the stock itself in premiums for like a 11-month contract. This is, I like this game, Bruce. This is a game am I glad I found your channel. 284 people are here right now. Why aren't there 28,400 people here right now with SOFI kicking ass? Simple. It's not that easy to buy stock in 2021 and then in 22 and 23 and 24 with all the gyrations of the markets, with all the politics, all the geopolitics, all the interest rate talk, all the inflation talk, all the conspiracy talk, all the BS that's out there. It is very difficult to be a patient, non-shakeable investor. And welcome to this level right here. But you know what? This happened with Apple investors. This happened with Amazon investors. This happened with Cisco investors way back in the 90s. This happened with every successful stock over decades and decades and decades. There were highs and lows and ups and downs and false starts and false hopes and then breakthroughs. And at the end of the day, you ever meet someone that is a very successful holder of a stock that they've had for 20 years, you'll talk to them and say, well, was it hard holding those shares all those years? And they'll go, I've forgotten a lot of the hardship, but there were days I was asking myself, am I doing this right or am I crazy? And yet, at the end of the day, when the shares did break out, these folks became well off. I'm just trying to get you to that point on your SOFI. Can I get you from a $4 to an $8 average into this $20 neighborhood and now compound the return with call options even higher? Can you grab a 25% premium today on your SOFI, roughly $19.90, $20 stock? Can you bring in a $5 credit today on writing some call options? That's what I'm trying to get you to do. It's not easy to get you to do this, but if it was so easy, everyone would do it. Welcome to the program, you guys. Thank you all. It is going to be something, kids. Look, our friends at some of these companies, even Nvidia's, there were people who sold Nvidia 250 a share, thinking they were geniuses when it went to 250, and then it went to 1,400 6 months later. Hey, that's welcome to the market. SOFI 1986, and I think into the 20s is very doable, but we have to allow it to fill in these gaps and build its following and let it go from here. Option writing might be on tap today. Giddy up, everybody. Bagel Babe says, I wish I had $1 every time I thought am I doing this right or am I crazy? I would have a lot of dollars, but I would still have more options premium. So there you go. Yes, we do have to live every day at a time. But we only go around once, kids. Mandu number 5. Neat, 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 neat. Don't forget the knee emojis. Giddy up, everybody. Welcome all. Those of you who are trying to write cash secured puts, this might be your opportunity on good old SoFi. The stock was 2050 to 2089 yesterday. We're at 1983 right now. Some of these cash secured puts are rising in price. Some of you are trying to write these. You might get exercised today. This might well happen. Great. Wouldn't it be lovely to get a cash secured put written and then have the stock pop a couple of bucks from here? Thank you very much, Uncle Bruce. It's all good. AI stock is having a nice day today, Uncle Bruce. Let's take a look at some of our faves. See what they're doing here. The Dow's up 260. It's doing great. The S&P is up 36. NASDAQ up 171. The triple Qs are up 397. So keep an eye on those. We are on Rocket Lab up 21 cents to 38.95. SoFi right now, 1976, 1977, down 18 cents or so, give or take. GameStop up 11 cents. We've got MSTR up 636. Spire 1238 up 5. We've got Smart Rent at 106.5. We got Apple down 16 cents. Tesla down 21 cents. Microsoft up 677. These are new all-time highs. 503.40, 41. This is new highs. Alphabet, Google up 149 to 176.60. Still about $42 away from the highs, or $32 away from the highs, pardon me. Amazon up 323, 20 bucks away from the highs. Nvidia's up 416 today, 164.16, new all-time highs for Nvidia. Meta Platforms up 814 to 729 a share, about $18 away from the all-time high. Super Micro up down 26 cents. ASTS down 43. AI up 91 cents at 27.28. The low, a 52-week low, 17 bucks. The high, 45. We're at 27.35. Palantir down 144. The all-time high, 148. $10 away from the all-time high. Unity at 29.77, up 37 cents. It's just about $1 and a little below its high of 52 weeks. 13.89 is the low. Goldman Sachs, 700 a share, 26 behind its all-time high or 52-week high. Cisco, 68.78, up 19, about $1 away from its high of the year. Spiders are up 3.95. Netflix is down 6.87. Pfizer is up a nickel. Arc Innovation's up $1.08 at 71.98. New high of the year. IBM down 22 cents, about $6 off its high of the year. Uber down 111. Trying to reach 97.60. That would be the high of the year. We're about $1.30 short of that, $1.20 or so short of that. HPQ up 2 cents, nowhere near its high of the year. That is 39.79. It's trading at 25.83. Home Depot's 3.68 a share, up a dollar, but it is $60-70 away from its high at this point. Quite a ways to go. Vanix Semiconductors 427 higher at 287. This is the 52-week high. Adobe 120 higher at 383, nowhere near its high. The low of the year 332. It's at 383. The high 587. Enphase, the low $33. The high $130. Where is it? $40.68. Quite a ways away from its highs. There you have the update right at the moment. SoFi is popping a bit right now. 1994. It's quickly jumped up back here into the break-even neighborhood of 1995 on your SoFi. Rocket Lab up 57. GameStop up 20 cents. These are all improving at the moment. That is the story. SoFi now 1998 going for 20 now. Little dip, and that was all we got, was a short little dip on SoFi today. So far, anyway. Just saying, there's money behind this stock now. There's some serious money coming in. Welcome all. Nice to have you here. Thank you for joining me today from wherever you are watching from. I hope the options market is treating you well. Those of you doing call credit spreads on 0 day to expiry, 1 day to expiry, 2 day to expiry. The triple Qs are up 465 this morning at 556.99. You do want to stay out of the way of that thing. Maybe 560, 561, 62. A couple of days out, 560, 62s, 561, 63s, 561, 64s, 561, 65s. I don't know. You figure it out. But definitely be ahead of this market. Give it room to breathe. Don't get too close to that campfire. SOFI 1998 now. We're up a couple of pennies. Volume now on SOFI 11.2 million in 19 minutes. Another very good start to the day, volume-wise. Very good. GameStop up 22 at 22.98, inching along. I like it. I think it's too cheap down here. Rocket Lab up 63 now, 39.37. Trying to get to $40. Psychological barrier, we'll see. 2.4 million traded on Rocket Lab, and it's moving up nicely, up 60 plus cents a share right now. Very close, getting closer to $40. Microsoft up 7.71, new all-time highs. Apple down 18, Nvidia up $4, new all-time high. Meta $8 gain. Google up $2. Tesla down 48 cents. Amazon up $3.50. The Netflix shares only down $1.80. Broadcom up $6.70. IBM up 36 cents. ASTS down 19. HIMS up 191 to 50.88. MSTR up 8.56. AI up 88 cents, holding this gain. 27.27 at the moment. Welcome to the party, pal. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining me from wherever you are around the world. It's great to have you in the house. Thanks again for these thumbs ups. And thank you again for helping out with the poll question of the day. 235 people now have responded to the question of the day. 67 or so percent of you think this might be the time to write $20 to $22 call options on SOFI to take some serious cash off the table. Use that cash to buy more stock or get into other trades, other stocks. Up to you how you want to utilize it. 167 thumbs ups are now in the house, 33 away from 200. Thank you all. 261 people watching. Thanks for joining me. Great to have you here from around the world. Love to hear from you if you're a member. If you're not a member, you want to make a comment, send a super chat and make your comment. Love to have that. We love super chats. We really like PayPal donation. Thank you for those. Welcome all to the program. Let's get you kids richer. I think it's time to, certainly from my end, it's been a little while. It might be time for a little bit of the knee emoji scenario here. See if we can make this happen right here. There we go. There they are. Perhaps it's time to put up some knee emojis. And thank you all for that. Let's make sure we honor the Knights of Knee. We cannot ignore the Knights of Knee. Otherwise, we're fooling ourselves. We know that there's a secretive power behind these markets. And why is it that SOFI is trying to break 20 again? Well, the Knights of Knee. Dak knows. Dak has insider information on that. John Harpster, a Boeing Tiger. We know. We all know, Bruce. The Knights of Knee are the driving force behind this market. Don't mess with the Knights of Knee. You gotta be crazy. There you go. Thank you all. Thank you for joining me today. Boeing Tiger. Knee. Here they go. They're coming in. Thank you all. John Harpster, knee, Dak, there they are. They're coming through one after the other. Thank you all for being here. Chase Rosita Parker, knee, VIJ, knee. Mike, I'm going to give you a thumbs up. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. Thank you. All right, welcome to the party, pals. $20 on your SOFI again. $20. That's showing the print right here, right now. Don't be surprised if it goes higher. Do not be surprised. I think there's some power behind this market. I have a feeling that a lot of new followers have been introduced to SOFI because of these recent announcements regarding funding of private corporations that are going to go public one day. I think there's a whole new bunch of people going, this SOFI thing looks pretty damn interesting. These guys are like on fire. This stock isn't just going to go to 20 and then stop. This thing's going way beyond this. And I think what we have is international dollars from around the world coming into SOFI right now. And there just isn't enough selling to stop this stock to make it go back down. I think it's going to go higher. John, it's like watching the dough rise when mom used to bake bread. It's just kind of so amazing to kind of see this uplift coming. Amazing. Well, folks, whatever you think, cash secured puts are a way to go. Covered calls for your retirement accounts. Great idea today. Bring in 10, 12, 15, 20, 25% on your on these contracts. If you can write 20s or 22s and bring in $5 or $6, hey, 25s and bring in $5 out to 27. Knock yourself out. Not a bad idea. DAC, the triple Q cash secured put sold yesterday that expires today. I wrote 550, 552s, and I wrote 549.51s, closed already. Interesting stuff. The Q is 556.96 right now is where we're at right now. So did you write 560s, 562s, or I'm not sure what's going on there. Qs are up 476 this morning, 557.10. John is going neat. There you go. In come the emojis. Thank you all. $20 a share on SOFI. Volume SOFI now 12.9 million. The low of the morning, 1976. It lasted for like a second or two down there. Didn't last long and now popped up. There you go. Giddy up, everybody. The Dow's up 270 points. We've got S&P up 41. We've got NASDAQ up 212, which is 1% right now. And the Qs are having a fine day along with the index. The Qs are up 0.85 at 557.05, which is just below its high of the session right at this time. Welcome all to the program. Merck and Boeing apparently are adding to the gains for the Dow today. If we pick up the Dow Jones index and take a look at who's moving and who's doing what, the winners are Boeing up 748, Nvidia's up $4, Merck is up 180, Caterpillar up 829, Amazon is up $4. Microsoft up 785, American Express up 350, 3M is up 170, Nike up 78 cents, Goldman Sachs up 332, Honeywell up $1.12, JP Morgan up 132, Visa's up 150, Amgen up $1, Cisco up 22 cents, Sherman Williams up $1, Salesforce up 37 cents, Walt Disney up 15, McDonald's up 23 cents, Home Depot up 28, Johnson Johnson up 6. The losers, from the best performing to the worst, the losers are Apple down a dime, IBM down 40 cents, Travelers Companies down 62, Procter & Gamble down 41, Chevron down 49 cents, Walmart down 49 cents, Verizon is down 26 cents, Coca-Cola down 60, and the big loser today, United Healthcare, down $6 to $201 a share. United Healthcare is its own nightmare. I'm reading off the winners and losers on a percentage basis, but I gave you the dollar amounts on these stocks just to kind of keep it in perspective. There you are, 249-point gain on the Dow, with the S&P up now 41 points, and NASDAQ up 212 at the moment. Qs 464 gain, 556.99 or so is where we seem to be right now. Welcome all to the program. Great to have you with us this morning. Welcome all to the show. All right. Oh my goodness. GameStop holding a 10-cent gain. Rocket Lab up 28. Microsoft now up $8.55 a share. There you go. Microsoft on a roll. Doughboy wants to know, good morning, Uncle Bruce. What are your thoughts on the triple Q call credit spreads since we're near all-time highs? I've had good success on setting daily call credit spreads for Qs and daring them to go higher by day's end. I like the strategy. I like the idea of just staying ahead of this market, just staying out of the range, taking small little victories every day. If you can do 5 or 10 or 20 contracts, bring in 15 cents a contract net to you. You're making 150 if you're doing 10 of them, 300 bucks if you're doing 20. $300 a day is 6,000 a month. Staying well ahead of this market. It's a strategy I like. And Dak is saying, those are put credit spreads, Bruce, not call credit spreads. That makes more sense. If you're going to write 550, 52 spreads, better to be behind the market than ahead. You can write, like Dak, you can do put credit spreads behind the Qs, or you can do Qs ahead of the market with calls, or you can do iron condors if you want to do each. Totally you're up to you how you want to play this, but you can do 0 day to expiry today, or 1 day expiry, which is tomorrow, or this Friday, 2 day expiry. A lot of you will be doing Fridays today. I know a bunch of you like to do those. You'll do 48-hour contracts. You'll be well ahead or well behind the market because of the 48-hour time that you're being given. That's money. That gives you room to stay out of the way and pull in some bucks. I don't talk you out of that. It's a question of, can you watch the market at all times, because you need to be in front of your machine. The other thing is not to be too greedy. If you can bring in a 35-cent credit when you do a 2-day contract, or a 50-cent credit, you're up 30, 40, 50, 60% in a couple of hours. Take the money and run, and wait for the market to recalibrate again, and then put on another position. You might do 2 or 3 positions in a day, or 4 or 5 in a week, by going out 72 hours and staying out there at all times. Each of you will find your niche. Lesson 19 will help you a lot with that, and it is on the way to many of you later today who were in the class. All of you will get it, and it should be on the website the next couple of days. Mr. Lucky Go Around Hey, of course, I've noticed SPX is much easier to use spreads rather than SPY. I've had better success. Find the one that works for you. Again, I'm just a guy. Just you know what it is. You know what you need to do as a spread writer. You know that you can make spreads work for you, and each of you will find your particular sweet spot and go with it. It's all good. Crazy 49er. I'm sitting on a December 26th expiry Tesla 250 put. That's up 43%. Should I roll to December 27 and take in 15, or move the strike up to take in a few more dollars? Example, 260s will bring in $20. So, okay, this I'm going to guess here. You've written these are cash secured puts. You've written on Tesla. The shares are $298 right now. You wrote 250s. You're up 43%. Nicely done. They expire December. Great. If you go to December 27, you can bring in $15 more on that exact contract. You could go up in dollars on the strike. Yes, the 260s will bring you $20 instead of 15 per contract. You could look at that. You could also play the game of just going to $260 December 26s. Just stay in your 26s, the Decembers, and just roll up $10 and take that added money, because you're behind the stock relatively respectfully, but you're watching it. You're on top of it. Sure, you could go maybe January or June 26s for 250s or 60s. You could perhaps look at that instead of going to January 27. Just go out 6 more months, but go up $5 or $10 a contract. Do some investigating and see what you like. Yeah, definitely ways to go. Obviously, if the shares go to 320, 330 on a bit of a rally, then these will all drop. And that's what you're looking for, of course, I know. One JV SMCI $50 Jan 27 cash ticket puts are paying $15.95. My God, $16 a contract on a $50 contract. Put up $5,000 and get $1,595 back immediately. That's a nice little return of cash on a 50. That's pretty good. Crazy 49er, December 26, 260s would bring in 5, June 26, 13. Yeah. Sheepy, hi, Uncle Bruce. I don't have any SOFI. Do you think it's better to sell puts on GameStop or SOFI for $25? What are your thoughts on cash secured? I like them both. I mean, I know GameStop is cheap, and I love the upside of SOFI. So you can't go wrong. In my humble opinion, whichever way you want, how long you want to ride them for, that's up to you. Crazy 49er. Sorry, yeah, 250s. No, 260s left. Hold on. Math is hard. Crazy 49er having a tough time. Welcome to the party, pal. Now you know why everyone doesn't do it. When people say, why doesn't everyone do it if it's so easy? It's not that easy. There's a little bit more to it than just it's easy. But it can be profitable. Look at these quotes. Look at these examples that you're being shown right now. We're talking thousands of dollars here, thousands and thousands. And you multiply some of these contracts by 10, 20, $30 contract, 30 contracts at a time with a $15 premium, 45 grand. Okay, we're talking dollars here that change lives, that take care of credit card debits like that change retirement accounts instantly. If you can bring in 25% more in your retirement account today by writing call options on SOFI, you got a $200,000 retirement account that is worth 250 grand this afternoon. Hello? Anybody listening to any of this stuff? You're trying to retire on more money.
So what's it doing today?
We're at 1989. We've been trading at 20. We were 20.30 in the pre-market. I'm quite happy with the way it's doing. It's down 6 cents. Like so.
So
I like
the real
it.
question.
The real question.
What's the bagel going to be today? Because this is my last one of the week.
That's true, Eddie Jen.
There's no bagel coming.
Eddie Jen has given me
these hands.
She's given me notice. She's out of here. She's leaving me behind. Matter of fact, I'm dumping her off on the side of the highway. Yeah, this is a very interesting coordinated little thing here.
He's always invited. He never comes. They think my husband is a myth.
He's a mystery. Yeah, he's an online personality. Sure he is.
Wait, we saw him at the one nephew's wedding. Yeah. Was that him?
You ever met that guy? You ever seen him in real life? People claim to have seen him in the family. What should I have on the bagel today?
So, do you want Friday? Do you want the grape jelly? See?
This used to be a lot easier.
Oh.
We can do, why don't we do one of those deli combos?
You want and that's kind of coming the Wednesday special.
Yeah.
So, okay.
And let's slather that with the horseradish
with
sauce.
Horseradish.
I need a kicker because I'm phlegmy up here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's all those darn plants, and people insist on mowing their lawns.
Well,
just insist.
Go figure. These people, those people.
We got some rain clouds out there, despite what the weather station says.
Yes, there's thunderheads brewing around us.
We got some boomers coming later.
Boomers.
Okay, I go do it.
Stampede boomers. Thank you, Auntie Jen. Yeah. Giddy up, everybody. Yeah, kids. The comments that you've been reading here, if you're new to this channel, if you're an occasional visitor, you're curious about, should I learn to write stock options? Is there any? I can only do 5 at a time. I don't have a lot of money. I've got 10 grand and I could write 5 $20 GameStop cash ticket puts, or 5 of the SOFIs for Jan 27s. I could do maybe 4 of the 25s. Should I think about doing it? Well, if you grab lesson number 1 and lesson number 2 and start learning about options, and you get into writing cash secured puts where you bring in $800 a contract times 4 contracts, you're going to bring in $3,200 in capital. You spent $400 to watch my first 2 classes. Okay, you can buy 16 of my classes with $3,200. I mean, Uh, you can start with a couple here and then add another class and add another class and follow these kids here. Become part of the Discord group. Send me an email saying I want to be part of the Discord group. Join as a Gold Bagel member. We'll set you up. But hey, it depends. Look, I cannot overemphasize how you can take $10,000 and write 4 $25 cash secured puts on SoFi. You need 10 grand for that. But you're bringing in $3,200 in cash right up front to do it. So you're sitting on $13,200 now in cash in your account. That's the reality. You're sitting on $13,200 right now from your $10,000 starting position. And you're responsible to close out those 4 cash secured puts. And you're sitting there going, well, let me get this straight. The worst case scenario is that someone is going to make me buy 400 shares of SoFi at $25 a share, which is my 10 grand. I get to keep the 3,200 though. So I'm actually buying this stuff for $3,200 less. I'm actually paying $6,800 to buy the stock. Is that what you're telling me? That's what I'm telling you. What's the best case scenario? Shares stay at $20, go to 21, 22. Between now and Jan 27, I remember a year and 5 months from now, the shares go to 22, 23, 24. In a year from now, they've just gone up $6 in the last month and a half. And these contracts go from $8 value to like $3 in value, $2 in value. The best case scenario is you're going to buy them back for $2 or $3 each. You're going to just turn around and write another batch of contracts for an $8 premium again. You're going to add $500 per contract into your account a second time on top of the money you kept. So, whoa, wait a minute, Bruce. You're telling me I get $3,200. I'm giving back like $1,200 or so. I keep $2 grand, and now I'm getting another $2 grand on top of that. Hey, I like this game a lot. I really like this game. Welcome to the party, pal. It can get better than that, much better than that. In any event, learn how to write options, join my lessons, join the classes on my website, and head over there. Stockmarkerswithbruce.ca. Links are down below. There you go. Thank you all. Auntie Jen got a lot of good mornings today, which is great. And let's go. Continue on here. Moving on. Thank you all. Here we go. Mr. Lucky. I wrote 697 and a half, 695s expiring this Friday. Put credit spreads yesterday for 280, brought them back today for 50 cents. Richard, good morning, Auntie Jen. Walter, good morning, Auntie Jen. Dude, it actually used to be easy. It's not that easy anymore, says Dude. Mandu, good morning, Auntie Jen. Dude, Auntie Jen, good morning. Walter Young, bagel time in order to push SoFi above 20. Crazy 49er this month has been slow. Only brought in $28,000 in premiums. Yeah, I mean, I'm just struggling here to get by. How do I feed myself? BTISL September options on GameStop are open now. There you go. More contracts are opening up here and there. VIJ, I had written a cash secured put on Triple Q. Sorry, what's this? A credit spread. I wrote a credit spread on the Qs, 561.64 for tomorrow. Looks like this market might catch it. Oh, I see what you're saying. So the Qs right now are 557, and you're sitting at 561.64. Gotcha. Well, at this point, the market will have to run up another $4. That's another 160 points on NASDAQ today for a 370-point NASDAQ gain. The Dow's only up 206. Not that optimistic that that's going to happen, but hey, you keep your eye on those contracts. They are shrinking, I'm sure, as the hours go by here today. Giddy up. Z Estate, 174 on the thumbs up meter, and I'm punching into work. DAC, SoFi, June 27, a $27 cash secured put, 1010 premium. Is that a wise trade, or is that too far out? June 27 instead of January 27. A $27 contract where the stock's trading at about 1986, $20. Well, you're willing to buy the stock back for $16.90 on that contract. There is a $3 premium almost built into this thing, so there is a premium. Do you need to go for a $10 trade? Do you want to bring in $1,000 against 27? There's nothing wrong with it. You put up 2,700 and get 1,000 back, so you're only risking $1,700 of actual capital. Look, if you can bring interest money in on that cash balance, great. You can write 10 of those. You put up 27 grand and get 10 grand back right now. You're sitting on $37,000 in cash. Not bad. You can do 50 of these. $135,000 requirement to bring in 50 grand. It's all relative, folks. It's the same percentage return no matter how much money you use. So you do one of these, you need $2,700 and get 1,000 back. You do 100 of these, 270 grand capital for 100 grand capital. It's all the same. There you go. Margin call, liquidity issue as a possibility. There you go. All right. 1982 on the stock for SOFI. The low was 1976. Was that the low? We may have lower lows. We may have higher highs. We only have a 12-cent down dip here. There's nothing ugly going on SOFI at all. Volume here, 17 million in, 44 minutes. Welcome to the show. We got a lot of dough still trading hands on SOFI, and it's not dropping off $3 a share. It's pennies. Reluctant pennies. I think the shorters are still in big trouble. 148 million or whatever the number is on the short positions. They're in trouble. So, we'll see how this plays out. Welcome all to the program. Nice to have you in the house. See if we can get everything popping up here. There we go. 1986 last trade. The short position, 148 million as of June 13th. We should have an update about within the week as to where we sit now with the short positions. They had a bad month last month. There you go. Looking at my chart for the last 30 days, these shares were 1409 on the 13th of June. When that short position was reported, the stock was almost $6 lower than where it is now. So 148 million shares times $6 a share in losses, 600 plus 200, about $900 million in losses for the shorters of SOFI. Yuck. That's great for those of you out there writing cash secured puts, covered calls. Giddy up, you guys. Way to go. Someone's getting richer, my viewers. Someone's getting poorer, the shorters. Well, that's interesting. Thank you all for joining in today. Great to have you in the house this morning. Welcome all to the program. And I hope you're enjoying the festivities. I hope you're enjoying how this market is reacting and how it is performing for you. I'm hoping that you're happy with how it's working for you and your cash balances. I'm hoping that many of you have been able to build your cash balances much higher in the last few days to haul in even more daily interest. That would be just a wonderful thing. Congratulations, each and every one of you. I love it. Just love how this is working for you. It's kind of fun. I like this game. I hope you like this game. Once you become an option writer, you're going to learn why you like this game a lot. You are absolutely going to go, oh, Bruce, I like this game. I now understand why the very wealthy get much more wealthier. They're making their money work for them like they used to work when they were 17, 18 years old. This is fantastic. I love making my money work like a dog. This is a great little deal. Thank you, kids. Thumbs up meter now coming in at... What's the number? Waiting for the update here. Very slow reaction on my computer here. Oh my gosh. 179. Thank you, everybody. 179 thumbs ups. And we have 255 people answering the question of the day. The question is, I think it's time to start writing $20 and $22 covered calls on my SOFI shares for added income. 66% say yes. 2 out of 3 are saying, Bruce, I think you're right. I think now is definitely the time to start writing options. Well done, everybody. Bring in the cash, kids. Bring in the cash. Dak, thumbs ups, man. Thumbs ups from Dak. Okay, thank you all. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to the Party Pals. Gotta love this game. Rocket Lab is up 31 cents at 39.05. Will Rocket Lab break 40 this week? Is it going to happen? Tried yesterday, almost, but couldn't quite do it.
Well, it is a rocket. It likes to
Oh,
go
it's a rocket.
straight
It's a
up.
rocket. Here we got the deli bagel. Oh, the cheese
Here we go.
and the oh.
So we got the old cheese on the bottom. I found one slice of the yellow cheese, which was hiding in the drawer.
Hopefully, it doesn't have hair on it.
No, I always check for hair, honey. And if there's none there, I just pull a few
put
out.
some out there.
I just pull a few out.
I get you some hairs.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm sure, like many other people, if we're if we're anywhere for dinner, and there happens to be a hair, dinner's over.
Dinner's over. Here it is, kid. Look at this deli.
Look, lots of that mayo on there. Get ready.
Oh yes, the horseradish mayo. See if we can clear out the sinuses here a little bit. Giddy up.
Really? You don't
I
have a
don't
nap?
have a nap.
What?
Wow.
Let's see if the smoke comes out of your ears, tears fall, snot reigns supreme.
Not too much.
No? Is it good?
Please, Uncle Bruce, don't give us that show. It's great. It's there.
Is
Well,
it? Can you tell? Yeah.
It's building.
Good.
We love it. Oh, it's a heavy bagel today.
It's so funny because our daughter doesn't really like horseradish. She doesn't understand how we love horseradish, but we don't eat spicy food because she says horseradish is hot. Yeah. But she eats wasabi by the teaspoonful. It's just horseradish. I know.
We can't explain it.
Horseradish by any other name will still bring tears to your eyes.
We're both hockey fans. She couldn't care less.
Oh, I know. Sports jumped a whole generation there. Somehow. Yeah, I don't know.
Absolutely not into proteins.
Yeah.
No interest.
But this new man likes sports.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think she'll actually sit and watch golf with him, but she knows that's what he's doing. And he had her watching during the playoffs for hockey. And she told me that it was exciting.
It was kind of exciting. Yeah, it'd be
She
what
knows
it'd be.
enough to know how to follow the puck.
Yeah. Crazy 49er made a comment while you were out.
Hi, Crazy 49.
This month has been slow.
Has it?
Yeah, only brought in 28 grand in premiums.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Just struggle through. Head above water. You can do it.
Really, just hold your head high and try to get
next
through
month.
Yeah, maybe next month will be
There's
better.
always August.
Andre De La Torre says, I'm thumbs up number 181.
Hello,
I had forgotten to hit the thumbs up button this morning too. Hyped up, rolling contracts. I'm all just jacked up, Bruce. I'm too busy making money to give you a thumbs up, Splair. Oh, horseradish. Can't wait by myself to taste some horseradish in Poland soon.
Oh, yeah.
Chase Rosita Parker, Anti-Gen, always love your realities.
See, there you go.
See,
It's
Splair.
reality.
I will have today paprika, olives, carrots, sour apple, rice, and mustard. Crazy dish, but it's tasting gorgeous.
Yeah.
Sounds interesting.
I think if you start with rice, it's good. Now, this morning on our radio, because it is the Stampede on, the discussion is corn dogs. What part of getting the corn dog is going to the grounds? And people are coming out with 80%, 60%.
You'd never eat a corn dog at a restaurant.
Oh, no, but our host admitted that his mother bought corn dogs at Costco, aka the big pack, and he would get up early have 3 corn dogs before he jumped on his bike to do his paper route. So we're now all just deciding how chubby of a teenager was.
Oh, that wasn't as good.
And his mother realized they were leaving the house really quickly, and so she stopped buying them.
These so-called treats were his go-to breakfast.
That one you were supposed to have for lunch.
It's like having a bag of mini donuts every morning with your coffee.
Oh, yeah.
Get you all hyped up. Do you like your mini donuts just covered in the sugar only,
Cinnamon and sugar.
or do you like the
cinnamon
cinnamon mini donuts version?
or do you like them plain? See,
Do you like them
I
plain?
like them
How do you like those mini donuts? You ever went to the state fair and watched them make those mini donuts where they flip them over and you watch them go down the line? Have you ever had them super fresh where they're still hot?
Well, remember at our daughter's middle school soccer games, one of the parents had a mini donut machine, and it was a license to print money.
Oh my God.
The smell would waft across the bleachers.
Oh,
And they were so good.
so good.
A real pain to make because it takes a long time to heat the oil up. It takes a very long time to cool the oil down.
Yeah.
And we're on a school ground, so safety is number one. But
Safety be an issue.
we couldn't take their money fast enough.
How many mini donuts did you used to get for like $2? You used to get 5 or 10 of them.
Well, I used to know the number that we would sell each time because he knew how many donuts you got from a bag of dough, and you put it in the little plunger.
Right.
Yeah.
Profits galore.
It's nothing but profit. The oil was more expensive than the dough.
The mix, yeah.
And we would put them in the little bag and then throw in a tablespoon of the cinnamon sugar, and the kids would walk away doing that shake. Yes.
So good.
And we had so many people come out for the second soccer game.
Yeah, let's watch the other soccer
You
game.
just got to give the people what they want. Just give them what they want.
Let's go to the school grounds and have dinner tonight. Mini
In the
donuts.
shape of a donut. The kids are running. They're running it off.
Here's what we'll do. We'll take the 5-year-old, the 7-year-old, and the 9-year-old, 3 boys, to the mini donut place at the school grounds, and then we'll drop them off at Grandma and Grandpa's for the night. See you tomorrow, Grandma and Grandpa.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was the sign in our daughter's toy store. You cannot leave your children here unattended because we will give them a Jolt Cola and a kitten.
That's right. That's right.
Here you go, Mom. Thanks for leaving them in my toy store.
Man. Murray from Tokyo says, Izu, our home area in Japan, is famous for its locally grown wasabi. Perfect for your daughter.
Yes.
Pick home of.
So does it come out green? Ours come out white.
I don't know.
And, yeah.
I don't know.
Wasabi's always green.
Fasting has become my health fad to go run. Austin, gotta have toppings on them for sure. A local truck has bacon on them with caramel. Bacon bits. Can you imagine bacon bits?
I bet there's one here.
Mini donuts.
There'd be a Canadian where you get bacon and maple syrup.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bacon and maple syrup on top of mini donuts. Oh.
I'll just walk to my coffin before I eat them.
Take me now. I think I've never seen a corn dog in Europe. How much can you get of them in the U.S. these days for like $10? How much is a corn dog?
I don't know. I love hot dogs. I love hot dogs. I know what they're made out of. It doesn't matter.
We don't need to know.
Lips and but I do not like corn dogs.
What's the name of that franchise down in the States where they sell lemonade and they have corn dogs?
Oh, really?
The girls wear those colored hats.
Yeah.
The dog on a stick?
Or something like that. Yeah. It's yellow, red, and white.
Blue. They have blue hats.
Yellow, blue, and white hats. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're at every food court.
I think it's hot dog on a stick.
Could be hot dog on a stick.
But that's kind of like a corn dog.
Yeah, it is. It's a corn dog.
Yeah. Oh, they are in food courts paying food court rent. I mean, 60,000 a month in rent. These guys are surviving on this stuff. Of course, the profit margins are insane.
I've never been a corn dog fan.
No.
I heard the other day that Nathan's had another of their hot dog eating contests.
Every July 4th?
And it's the same guy.
Oh,
Won this year, the same guy.
What's his name? Wasabi?
No, his name is like Henry the hot dog guy or something.
Oh.
Okay, that's probably
I was of an Oriental origin.
It could be. Asian.
Okay. All right. Oriental, Asian, whatever.
One's a rug, one's a person.
From that, forgive me, people. I'm just an old man. I'm in such trouble. Crazy 49er, hot dog on a stick, and they jump up and down to make lemonade. That's right. That's right.
That's right. And they're all girls doing that, jumping up and down. That's weird. Wonder if there's something special about young women jumping up and down that attracts people. I don't know. Think about that. I don't know.
I'll tell you this.
That's why men jog? No?
If I were an admissions, excuse me, I were an admissions officer at a university, community college. I were part of the human resources department of a corporation, and I have resumes come in, and I read on the resume that this candidate, there's 10 candidates for the job that have made the final cut, and one of them was at the hot dog on the stick employee
for more than a week, right?
Or a In-N-Out burger.
Oh yeah,
an In-N-Out burger employee. I consider them number one client right now, number one candidate.
Especially
for the job.
If you have relations with the public.
Oh yeah, this
I
is
have to
it.
go check on my eggs.
Oh,
they're boiling.
Okay.
For my throw in for the potluck.
Bobby thinks it's Joey Chestnut for the hot dog contest.
I don't know.
I don't know. I want to.
Henry the hot dog.
Walter, Joey Chestnuts.
Oh, is it?
I don't know.
Like the man, it was like 70 some in a minute.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. I don't know.
He's got the python mouth.
Bobby the Eater was Johnny Corn something. Bobby, that guy is a beast. He holds the hard boiled egg record as well.
Those go down without even chewing.
Oh, I think I have to make a video about classic hot dogs in Poland. They look a little different here.
Yes.
With the one side closed bun, you can be filled with a lot of sauce without dripping out. Bobby, Joey Chestnut. Walter says Joey Chestnut.
And what we would call a European wiener.
Well, yeah, a real good one. He also holds the hard-boiled egg, 148 eggs in 8 minutes record. 148.
Oh my! I don't want to be near him in 2 hours.
Flint Creek says I can't do hair and food either. It ruins me for a restaurant. I'm done.
Oh yeah, we're out of there. Yeah,
I'm with you.
It's over. I am out of here.
You're out of here.
My eggs are boiling.
Okay.
Bye, everybody. See you on Monday. Take good care of my baby.
She'll be back Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm dumping her off on the side of the highway today to her sister, and she'll be back with us on Monday. I have to go get her on Sunday, so it's not like a long departure here. Wonderful. This bagel is fabulous. Thank you all. 261 people have answered the question of the day. Thank you. The thumbs up meter continues to trickle along. I appreciate that. Please keep those thumbs ups coming in if you can. Thank you all so very much. So much appreciate you. 188 thumbs ups, 12 to go, and we've got 200. Thank you guys. Beautiful stuff. It sounds terrible with the dumping off on the highway. Just an expression. It's the way we do things out in the prairie. uh, we just kind of slow down to 5 miles an hour, push him out, and then drive off. And James and Misty Tree, I rolled some SoFi September 19s to January 26, 23s. Paid for the other half of the trip here. Woohoo! Well done, my friend. Well done. Take the dough. Mm, mm, mm. Giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the program. Your SoFi went down to 1964. It's now 1971. 21 million traded. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Welcome all to the show. Nice to have you here. All right. Dow's up 97 points. Dow's the S&P up 23, Nasdaq up 129. It looks like the markets have backed off a bit. As a matter of fact, the triple Qs are now 555. They're still up 266, but they topped out at 557.63. Maybe Taco Boy said something. I don't know. Swear, you Calgarians are harsh. Can't wait to visit Canada. Swear, you got to come here during Stampede. You'll have a good time. Mm-hmm. You'll be amazed how this town transforms itself. This is so good. I can't even finish this bagel. I am stuffed. Wonderful. Auntie Jen has done it again. She's either trying to kill me or give me a delicious bagel. I think it's the latter. But man, that was good stuff. Thank you all for joining me today. 1973 on SoFi. At the moment, SoFi volume now is 21.7 million. It looks like. Rocket Lab is down 9 cents. SoFi is down 23. Sorry, SoFi is down 23, but GameStop is down 9. Rocket Lab's down 71. Gotta learn to read horizontally on my phone and kind of keep everything together here. Microsoft's still up 670 or so, down from that $8 gain. Having a good day. Again, the markets are trying to figure out the future. What's the future with these so-called tariff letters? When did this become part of our lexicon? Tariff letters? I don't remember Obama signing tariff letters. I remember Biden signing tariff letters to our closest allies and biggest trading partners. The guys, your best customers, you're treating like dog shit. I'm amazed at the attitude from the White House. It is so arrogant, so full of themselves. The rest of the world, I know they're rolling their eyes in disgust. They're just can't wait for the midterms. Trust me, they can't wait for the midterms. Things are going to change. They think, they hope. We'll see. Just a guy, Walter Young. I'm 190 on the thumbs up meter. There you go. My goodness, Splair. I that date. I'd like to be there for a 1 or 2 week vacation, completely at the West Coast from Canada. I would love to see this. Look, you can spend a week here and a week in Vancouver. You'll go back to Europe like, whoa, what a world those guys have. Holy crap. There you go, Splair. Just, make money. Make a bunch of money writing options and come over here and spend some of it. It's your future. You'll be here. It'll happen. Oh my goodness. Giddy up, everybody. 1979, 1980 on the SOFI, trying to kind of come back to 20 again. We may have a down day today, down a buck, down 50 cents, down 30 cents, maybe break even today. I don't know. We may have an afternoon surge to 21.50. I don't know. But today could be a day you can haul in some serious money writing contracts on your SOFI, writing covered calls. This could be the beginning of that trend. Why not? Taking dough off the table and saying, thank you, sir. May I have another? There's nothing wrong with any of that action at all. Thank you all for your kind support. We're almost at 200 thumbs ups. I cannot complain today. Thank you so much for helping out this meter, getting it up there. Just under 190 now, around 190 thumbs ups. 262 people answering the question of the day. Thank you for the participation today. It's been great having you here. And thank you for surviving. Some of you are having technical difficulties today. I appreciate you sticking around anyway. And just get richer. Please just make sure to take option money from the gamblers. You're the casinos. Take their money. This is the time. This is what we've been waiting for. You gotta love the way this is going. Thank you all very, very much. I'll watch the market here from the sideline. We'll keep an eye on things. This is Wednesday, so tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern Time, Primetime Live for you Gold Bagel members. We'll be live tonight. I'll be on the air, and we'll see what the market did for us today, everybody. 193 on the thumbs up meter, 7 to go for 200. Thank you, everybody, for that. Keep the drive alive out there, guys. Get richer and take the dough off the table. All right, guys? There it is. All right, that's it for me. I will see you tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern. And let's see if we can get you kids a little richer between now and then. Let's set you up. Jeff Glass, neat. Charlie, have a great day, everybody. Thank you, Uncle B. Neat emojis coming out. 1981 on SOFI, down just 12 cents. That's all right. Giddy up, everyone. Thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your session. Get richer. We'll see you later tonight. And for the rest of you, we'll see you tomorrow, right here for Thursday, July 10th, tomorrow morning. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful day. This is Bruce from Calgary saying bye.